Hello, people. So, my God, what an amazing episode of Dragon Ball Super. Now, you can take this one of two ways. So, if you're anti Caulifla and Kale, then you're probably not going to like this episode. But if you like me, then don't have that problem. Then you're going to thoroughly enjoy this episode. So, This is a rematch between Goku and Caulifla. This was some spoilers about Kale and Caulifla. If you notice the preview, those spoilers have been confirmed. So I'll get into that by the end of this review. So we start off with Caulifla challenging Goku. Caulifla's like, yo, show me how to go Super Saiyan 3. And Goku's like, yo, force me to go Super Saiyan 3. Actually pulling up. Right now he can handle Caulifla. And Caulifla's getting ticked off by this. Obviously she's a fire character, so she doesn't like being shown up. So she obliges. But the thing about it is that Goku's out of stamina, so he can't go to Super Saiyan 3 yet. And he reveals that as the fight goes on. So yeah, you still gonna have to force me to go into Super Saiyan 3. Goku remains in base mode for the beginning portion of this episode, pretty much to halfway. So, obviously there's potential in not only Goku but also Caulifla. But at first, Caulifla's attacks aren't working. Goku's avoiding them, and the thing about Whis brings up is, yeah, Caulifla right now is attacking like a street brawler. But the thing about it is Goku's attacks are refined as a martial artist. He's able to gain distance. He's able to look for an opening and use that to his advantage, much like most martial artists will. So he's obviously has the advantage when it comes to like combat. Even though Caulifla's putting out more power, it doesn't really make a difference. Caulifla has a problem landing the blow. And Goku lands a pretty good kick in base mode on Super Saiyan 2, and it's not looking good for Caulifla until she actually picks up in the fight. And the explanation is because of her potential, she's able to get accustomed to Goku's tech. She gets more attuned with Goku's techniques, his attacks, and actually lands a significant amount of blows. There's one good kick that she landed on Goku in base mode, and Krillin made the assumption, even though he's in base mode, that's still Goku. So Caulifla was being praised upon. By the way, I thought it was hilarious how Beerus and Champa were going back and forth. You got Champa saying, yo, Caulifla, get rid of Goku. You got Beerus saying, what are you talking about? Because Goku's the best secret to deal with Jiren because of that Ultra Instinct, which I'm going to get into in a minute. But then Champa's like, yo, we don't really have to fight Jiren now, do we? Who have most opponents, most representatives for the universes will win the tournament power, right? So it's a waiting game for Champa. We heard this in the previous episode, and obviously, so that was kind of funny seeing them go back and forth. I'm curious what's going to happen. Should Universe 6 get erased? The tempo be like if Champa gets erased and Beerus has to look on, because they are twins technically speaking. So I still find that funny. Obviously the back and forth is usually comedy. It's like, oh, and this is coming from Whis, okay? Caulifla's like, oh, her energy is like, she has potential. She's able to boost her energy to match Goku's. By the time she powers up, Goku has a little attack where she used a crush cannon, a new energy blast, and Goku's like, I didn't see that one. And Caulifla's like, you're not the only one with tricks up the sleeve. So I thought that was kind of cool. Midway, he finally goes into Super Saiyan 2, and we get the long-awaited rematch. By far the best fight sequence of the entire episode was the second half, where Goku and Caulifla were matching blows, and obviously they're powered up. And I don't want to say they're equal, but Caulifla was able to match Goku. Then again, both of them was significantly more worn out than they were last time. I stated the potential that Caulifla has cannot be denied, and I stated this from the very beginning. This is obviously from the moment she was introduced. We got introduced to her potential. Out of the entire Saiyans, she has the most potential. I would say Kale as well. Caulifla and Goku go at it tooth and nail. There's a nice little sequence where it looked like Caulifla. I think she did this when Kale got involved, where Caulifla actually looked like she's going to use an energy blast, but she ended up punching Goku. I thought that was a neat little feint to catch Goku off guard. You don't do that very often, so that was kind of cool. But then, this is something I noticed too. Kale was actually watching Caulifla, and she knows she was having fun, so she didn't get involved like she did last time. So I like that development from Kale. She didn't get involved, and the only reason she did is because Kale's like, yo, you want to join in too? You want to join in the fun? So obviously Kale wants to fight alongside Caulifla. So we had a 2-on-1, and like, okay, now we're onto something now, because this is completely different. Because obviously, last time Goku fought one at a time, and Kale pretty much ended up going in the rage. And even Beerus is like, what is it? What is Goku thinking? Like, try and challenge Kale as well as Caulifla. But Krillin brings something interesting. It's like, yeah, this is what Goku does. He pushes himself to the brink and beyond to push himself even to greater heights. It's totally Goku, so he takes them both on. That's kind of cool, seeing them use tandem attacks. There's one cool sequence where he blocks both Kale and Caulifla. That was beast. They used the stereo energy blast that they used to finish off some of the Pride Troopers in Super Saiyan 3. We knew it was going to happen eventually, but man. So Goku powers up to Super Saiyan 3, and I think he blocks an energy blast, and that's where he goes into Super Saiyan 3. An interesting thing too is Kale then going into Berserker mode. She went into Control Super Saiyan mode. He finally reveals Super Saiyan 3 to Caulifla and Kale, and obviously it was a cool sequence seeing Super Saiyan 3 again. We haven't seen that since the Goku Black Arc, since Trunks, his fight with Trunks. So that it's cool to see that in the Tournament of Power. Obviously it was brief because it drains his stamina, and Goku doesn't have enough power to maintain it, which is something he explains to Caulifla, which I don't know if they're going to jump into Super Saiyan 3. There's a statement made by Goku where Caulifla, you may end up becoming stronger than Super Saiyan 3. I think he actually mentioned Kale as well. Kale tried to actually match that, and there's something else that Caulifla said, even without the preview, this is more or less foreshadowing what's to come next, with Caulifla and Kale literally stating, let's jump to Super Saiyan 3 together. And if you notice the preview, that could happen. Or we could get an entirely different mode. I know people will get salty about that, because obviously power-ups are given in this arc. There's one statement too made when Goku was actually fighting back against not only Caulifla but also Kale as well. There's a comment made by Roshi. Is he under the influence of Ultra Instinct? Is that how he's able to block the hits? And we said no, that's impossible, because right now it's hard for Goku to unlock it, much less figure out how to do it. So I get the feeling Goku may not unlock it alone, and there's a lot of rumors that suggest there could be a fusion between Goku and Vegeta. I've heard that over the past 2 weeks. Okay, there's a lot of people speculating that Vegeta may have something up his sleeve. Right now he's dealing with Topo, right? So that'd be kind of cool, because technically speaking, it would give Vegeta something to do. We may get a fusion technique between the two of them, and that could lead to an Ultra Instinct, and it could... Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing a Goku again, but if Whis is saying that it's going to be difficult for Goku to unlock it, how is he going to do it without... Unless he uses a Genki Dama again, but even then, we're still kind of baffled how that actually works. So maybe now this is like foreshadowing not only a fusion between Kale and Caulifla. By the way, those spoilers were right. If you saw the preview, Caulifla and Kale are going to fuse. And I think this could be some type of foreshadowing for what's to come with Goku and Vegeta. Remember, the focus is primarily on Goku and Gohan, not so much on Vegeta. So this would be kind of cool to give something to him to do. If he's not going to get a power boost, then why not have him fuse with Goku? I wouldn't mind that. I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't think we're going to see Gogeta though. That's just my opinion. But we are going to see Kale and Caulifla fuse next week. That's going to be cool. It ends in a stalemate. Obviously, Kale going into a Berserker mode. And if you notice in the preview, she's going back into a controlled super state. I think it's because Caulifla's in the way and she's taking damage because of it. So Kale doesn't have full control over the Berserker mode, which makes sense. So I can't wait to see what happens next. Thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Wouldn't change a thing. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you'd appreciate that. Comment down what you thought about this episode. What do you think about the fusion now confirmed between Kale and Caulifla? Some people are going to like it, some people aren't. That's just the way it is. Subscribe to the channel for more Dragon Ball Super. Catch you guys later. Bye.